Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Biology 104 final assignment. Right now it is snowing and gray outside, and guaranteed by the time you guys get around to looking at this and handing in this assignment, it's going to be sunny with green, maybe some green grass coming out. But right now it is winter. So I'm glad you're watching this video because this is how your assignment is going to be given to you. Okay, so you might need to take some notes because everything that I say in this little video is going to be a requirement for this assignment. I'm going to try to give as much description as I can. And please note that it is not, like I said, not due until, I think I said this, until April. So you have lots of time, and you might actually not be able to start it until we have lectures in the Kingdom Animalia in more detail, because the lectures are really going to help you with this assignment. So don't worry if you're listening to this now and you have no idea what to do. You will once you get those lectures under your belt. But I thought I would start you off by at least setting the stage for what I want you to do. So I'm going to actually switch to my cards here on my camera. So we're going to say goodbye to me. We're going to see this. So here's your assignment. You guys get to create a new species in Kingdom Animalia. This could be one that you have found on your journeys around the world. It could be a species that you came strictly from your imagination. But this is an opportunity for you to take what you've learned in this course and be a bit creative with it. And how are you going to do this? So I need you to actually come up with a name for your species using our Latin binomial system. So part of this requirement is you are going to name your species within the animal kingdom. And once you have done that, you need to draw me by hand a scientific diagram. And this has to be, I'm going to add this onto here, drawn by hand. Okay, so no computer animation. I'm going old school. Okay, you are not going to be judged on your artistic skill. This is purely the same skill that you would use in the lab, drawing any of the specimens in the lab that you come across. So you should all be aware of how to draw a scientific diagram, and you know that it requires a figure title and it requires labels if you know what they are. And labels meaning you need to identify the parts of your organism that you've drawn. Okay, so that is basically what part one is going to be the drawing of your newly discovered animal. This drawing must illustrate at least 6 characteristics. Okay, and that's to say that's the base, and I would expect more for more marks. Okay, but as long as you have 6, it covers the minimum requirement. And to make this kind of fun, I am going outside the box and saying that you can use some characteristics found in other kingdoms. You may decide that your newly discovered animal is actually green and they have the ability to photosynthesize. Okay, so you can be, this may not be on planet Earth. This could be, actually, it still will be on planet Earth, but something that nobody has ever found before. So you can have some fun with it, okay? It could be that their mode of nutrition is through absorption, like it's fungi. So you can go outside the box. So you need at least 6 characteristics. And those characteristics and all others need to be visible on your scientific diagram. Okay? Those characteristics must include mode of nutrition, mode of motility, so how they move, the type of skeleton that they have, and this is going to become clearer to you when we actually get to animals, so don't worry. So this would be like a hydroskeleton, an exoskeleton, or an endoskeleton. Any type of defense mechanisms your species might have, so maybe they're have certain structures on their bodies as defense. Maybe they produce a toxin. It's up to you. General anatomy and appearance. So obviously I realized as I was doing these cards, I hadn't really told you to tell me about it. Like, you are allowed to use color in your diagram. Normally in scientific diagrams, you can't use color. You're allowed to use color in this because I want to see what your organism actually looks like. Okay, so how many limbs does it have? Does it have limbs? Is it segmented? Are the eyes located in the head region? Does it have an abdomen and a thorax? Those types of things. You've got to come up with what your creature actually looks like, what your species looks like. And then sensory structures. How do they perceive the world around them? Do they have sensory structures? Sorry. So that was part one. Part two is you need to hand in with your diagram a one-page summary write-up describing your species. So everything that you listed on your diagram, all those characteristics, you need to tell me why. Like, why and what do they do? Why those characteristics and what do they do for your species? Okay, so a why and a what. What do they do for your species? That should all be in your write-up. This is all in your own words. The due date for this is April 10th, and I'm going to give you more details on how we're going to hand this in when we get closer to the date. I'm going to see if I can actually get a drop-off box that you can put your beautiful scientific diagrams and your write-ups into. So don't worry about that too much right now. I'll figure it out closer to the date. Okay. That is your assignment. This is different than I've done in the past. If anyone has taken my course before, you will know I usually do a presentation assignment, and I'm switching it up, making it a bit more interesting. Those of you who like to get creative, you actually get to be creative. If I could actually figure out a way of picking up these assignments, I would love to expand it to if you want to make a model. So that is not out of the question. We will find a way if you want to get that creative and you want to make it three-dimensional. I'm happy as long as I can figure out how to get it from you, or maybe you have to take a video and you have to show me. That might be an idea too. So please just email me, you guys, if you have any questions, or if you want permission to do something a little different than what I've said. I'm open. I'm very excited about this. You do have to use what you've learned in the class, because you do need to have a good rationale to your species, and it has to be authentic. You have to create it from your brain, not from an artificial brain. So I'm really excited to see what we end up getting for hand-ins for this as well. This is worth 10% of your final mark. This can be make or break. A lot of you guys are in a position where if you do not pass this course, options are looking a little lean. So if you take this assignment seriously, this could be, and you get a good mark on it, this could be the deciding factor of whether or not you pass this course. If your midterm marks are a little, close to that pass-fail mark, and with your final exam mark. So please, it was the same when we did the presentation assignment. It really makes a difference to your final mark. And for those of you who have no problems in terms of sitting on that pass-fail, but this could be the difference between getting, in the B's versus getting in the A's. So it's a big chunk. Like I said, please email me if you have any questions.